Hello. Just finishing a few things. Setting up the stream, the webcam. Okay. Okay, think we're ready. We are ready. So many things to click, you have no idea. Hello! Hello, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift, the game that was never finished. This screenshot is very old, but still nice. For the one of you that don't know, we have a new release out, 0735. He has a good fixes on harvesting and other stuff, so yeah, you should check it out if you want. If not, I will play it myself. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Okay. Today we may have a guest. Let me check. Want to join now? You may have a guest, guests are always nice. We had a few guests in the past. It's always been nice to have guests. Okay, so I'm gonna call him on Discord. And then I would just need to be sure that all the connections are correct.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm chilling. I didn't expect you meant to do a call. Are you streaming right now?
Yes, we are live.
Cool. We're live.
Yes, hello everyone. Well, the community is a pretty small community, so don't expect 1,000 viewers. But, you know, from 5 to 10 or so, I mean, every stream there are about 50 or 60 going around, but
yeah,
that's okay. It's a tight community, you know.
The Unreal Engine MMO community is a good one. I agree.
The sound is too low. Wait a second. The sound is too low. I can boost you. I can boost you. No, I cannot. I'm already at the
voice up there.
I'm already at the maximum. Ah, yes, I can. Okay, try now.
Mine's at max as well.
Now you are 30% more.
30% more me.
Yes, people are saying. Let me see if it's okay now. Hula or hello, developer. Hi.
Developer. That's great.
Yeah, there's a guy called developer. Okay, so our guest is another MMO creator. Haha, surprise, surprise. Do you want to just say a few things about your
Sure.
game and?
Yeah, I mean, I've been working on it. I think it's like the same length of time as you, but I took a long break recently and I stopped streaming. And I got a job over at a real company where they like make me do stuff for them.
Nice.
So I've been rekindled into wanting to work on my game again recently, sort of like on the weekends and stuff.
Nice, 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 nice. The game is called Immersia, right?
Yeah.
And is there a website I can link or?
No.
No.
No, there's just my what's that? Immersia, the end-to-end 3D and AR product experience platform. Okay,
They stole your name. Okay, anyway, I was just searching it randomly, but okay, probably it's not. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
YouTube.com/IamIsAndIsn't.
Ah, there is a YouTube channel.
I have a Discord channel where I have some people in, but yeah, and I haven't even posted videos in a while. I'm basically doing testing again to go back to basics and try and get the network smoothing of like location and rotation for all the characters synced and smooth. Because like if you're familiar with on the character movement component, you have the network smoothing option.
Yeah.
And that used to have issues working with the set master pose component, where you can have multiple skeletal meshes animation driven by one animation blueprint, right? And they used to have like terrible glitches. There you go.
I found a fight.
Yeah, the combat's pretty cool. I did a lot of stuff with repositioning, like on the fly while selecting targets and stuff. Those are some NPCs defending the town. So since that wasn't working before, I had network smoothing disabled, and I would just play with essentially jitter, and it kind of sucked. And I was just like, I never really realized how bad it was because it's worse in a packaged game. So in my editor play tests, everything's smooth and fine, even if you turn the like network lag like simulation up all the way, it still looks fine. When you go to a packaged game for the client, like their own characters jittering all over the place.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I'm in 4.27 now. I've updated it to the latest and Blast 4 version.
Yeah.
So hopefully they fixed that, and it looks like they fixed the issue with master pose component because I put it on and you know the clothes are synced with the character fully. But in my editor side test, like the clients aren't seeing each other at the right position at all. They're just like all over the place. But everything else.
So is the jitter is the jitter on the animation or is the jitter really on the position? So
It's
meaning
like the whole
rubber
position,
banding.
like you see the world moving in jitter as well as you're running around.
The world. I mean, do you see people teleporting back to previous positions?
No,
or?
it's just like a constant shake.
Oh, a constant
Yeah.
shake of the world. That's a camera thing then.
Possibly.
Because
the camera is attached to the actor though, or to the capsule component. So I'm just doing input straight through from input into the character movement component.
So you are saying there is a bit of a shaking effect,
Yeah.
visual shaking effect.
I wonder if I took a clip of it.
I think if it's a shaking effect, it must be a camera thing on your character. Do you have a way to have a camera that is like fixed, like not?
Well, yeah, when you stand still, there's no issue. When you turn.
When you stand still, there is no issue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's a camera. It's a
fine.
camera,
Camera
100%.
can rotate though.
Maybe the camera is colliding with something, or the camera is calculating something weird in production mode, in shipping mode. I would really suggest to look at the camera, the boom, the spring arm, whatever it's called.
Okay. You never ran into it? Do you? I assume you do C++ for a lot of stuff. Do you do C++ on your own for the character movement networking?
We use ALS, which is Advanced Locomotion System.
So they have that handled, really?
And the advanced locomotion, and for but the camera, we do it differently. We do it with our own camera because their camera I don't know, it was a bit obscure. This system, this advanced locomotion system, is very complex to use, and I never fully understood it. So at certain parts I'm trying to exclude. Probably I will change it in the future. But yes, the networking in terms of movement is handled by ALS. But at the end is using the standard Unreal positioning system. What ALS is doing is basically managing IK on the legs to actually find a position on the ground, and is managing the jump, the crouch, the mantling when you basically step up on an object, and things like that. But for the core networking is just the Unreal One. I think as a camera, as you describe it, I mean, if you don't have any kind of rubber banding, teleporting back, or things like that, it should not be networking. Unless you have, I don't know, a camera networked, but your camera should not be networked, right? So your camera is local.
Right, it doesn't replicate.
Should not replicate, it should not send anything. Server side, and also the collision system.
Component is replicating.
What you could do, you could disable collision on the camera just as a test and repackage. So basically, then your camera, unfortunately, will go through buildings, but that would be a first test to see if the jitter goes away.
Maybe it's colliding with its own player.
Yeah, it's colliding with its own player. It's colliding with something stupid, with some capsule. I think it's called. I don't know. I didn't see the problem, but the way you describe it, it seems to me like a collision thing.
Yeah, because it's persistent. It's an even, consistent stutter. It's not like a occasional.
Like the frequency is the same, and
yeah.
And if you stand still, it doesn't happen.
Right.
Yeah, it could be. Unfortunately, in production, you cannot really eject and go camera mode, so that would be the first thing I would check.
It does do a probe on camera channel, and the capsule component ignores camera. So what may be the mesh? Mesh probably blocks camera.
Wait, there are questions on the chat. There are questions on the
camera.
chat. Is still low in terms of volume, or is it better now, chat? Someone is asking, better introduction, player base, engine we are using. Okay, he's using Unreal as well, Unreal Engine 4.27.
Yeah.
They are in development. Player base, I have no idea, but I think it's still in development.
I noticed your channel, you have like the same amount of followers here, which is neat. You have a little more. You got the edge because you're more active. And you're doing legit code. I'm mostly Blueprint, and I'm also not really. I would drop 1M. I would just call it a multiplayer RPG. You're doing a full dedicated server, thousands of players type thing. I'm thinking more like Minecraft server size, where 10 players can be on different factions.
Yeah, which is nice.
Scale.
Yeah, so that one you should try. Now the Blueprint versus C++, I don't know if that is actually affecting that particular problem, but I think you should identify certain areas of your code that are heavily used, like for example, equip, unequip items, or maybe the damage, or the weapon collision with the enemy. So this kind of things, maybe 3-4 things. And maybe you can commission the C++ if you want, or find someone that converts just those 1 or 2 pieces. I don't think you need to convert all of it, also because it will be a massive. But let's say 1 or 2 or 3 critical pieces, the one that you call a lot. You could also do, like I did it also in my case. I have certain, for example, the equip system. The equip system, I still have it in Blueprint for the most part, but I'm eroding it, let's say, slowly eroding it and moving it to C++. Like I have, just because it's so handy to do it in Blueprints that, I always did a lot in Blueprints. Yeah.
If someone insists on doing everything on C++, it's just not. Yeah. I mean, I learned C++ a couple times, like just learning, and I can't get myself to really use it. I've done a couple little tutorial projects with Unreal Engine, and it's just You know, I've used it to establish actor pointer references to my
Right.
base classes, so that's kind of handy.
For
Saves me
example,
from
here I
like,
have the equip blueprint, which is item equip, and if you go inside of this, okay, there is still a bunch
he
of
wants you to he wants you to turn me up.
blueprint stuff, but then there are functions, like this one that I'm calling constantly. I transform into a C++ call. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 lines of code. I mean, it's not
Right.
much, but considering is called so often, even those 4 or 5 lines, I think it's good
Yeah.
to keep it separate. Same for
And
this
that's great.
one.
You can just it's still a blueprint node because of the U properties. I love that.
Yes, yes, it's a
We're using
blueprint
that
node,
more.
but this thing is executing like 5 lines of C++ code, and this is the same for this guy, right? It's executing like
Okay.
10 lines maybe.
Yeah.
So you are like taking just a small piece and putting it in C++ and maybe is helping you a bit, right?
And that function is like pretty much entirely isolated, right? You don't have to have classes and
Yeah,
functions,
isolated. This
right?
is yeah. I mean, these things go in a class that is called BPUtils, and BPUtils is just a
Okay.
stupid library thingy. So
It's a library, yeah.
it's not inside any class or any object oriented,
You made that
advanced
BP
concept.
utils something you made?
Sorry.
You like created that class, or is that something that is just in there?
No, I had to create it, but
Yeah, okay, makes
if you
sense.
want, I can send you the code. But it's
No,
just
I'm just
very
asking as
simple.
sort of like an outsider of the process, but I
Yeah,
follow.
super simple. U class,
Yeah.
BPU deals. You have to derive from this, which is a blueprint function library, which is basically what allows
Oh, okay, right.
the thing to be then visible on the editor.
Cool.
And then you just declare a thing like this. And then here you put your code, and then you will see this parse XML, whatever. If I go in the editor, then I see it, and obviously it will have like this parse XML. It will have his input and his output. So you just use it as simple as that. Like if you
Yeah,
and
that's
the more
nice.
lines you have, the better in theory. Now the only problem I think that you will have is that if his logic for like angle, like the weapon that is hitting
Launching.
an enemy, right? So if you want to find the right angle and stuff like that, I think it's all good. You can do it in C++. But if you will need to access properties of the character, and those properties you put them only in blueprint, then in C++ you will not see them unless you pass them in as a variable, right? As an input.
Yeah, the whole idea of the where you can have, like in blueprints, it's easier to have inputs and outputs, just kind of straightforward. But I remember in C++, you have to like you have to have a modifiable input or something, right? In order to, I don't even remember the words for it. It's been a minute.
Yes, I understand what you mean. So it's the yeah. I think I would use it this way, and maybe you check if your camera is doing anything very frequent and very often. And I would really try to everything that you have on tick. Like on tick, I have very little in blueprints, but obviously I have some. But everything that you have on the tick function, um, like for example, I did a trick. Which is this one. I have to call some stuff, like for example the update of the health bar, or the update of the NPCs health bars that you see in front of you. I didn't want this to have on a tick, because I mean, it's on a tick is really fast, right? So it's
Right.
super fast.
Great
So
speed.
it may be hundreds of times a second, depending on your FPS, right? And it's not really needed. You don't really. So for example, in this case, I have a function on my PS character which is actually acting every 1/6 of a second, right?
Right.
So it just has a small timer, and every 1/6 of a second is calling this, and it is basically my fake tick, right? Instead of going with the real tick, which I think I don't even have. Yeah, I don't even have here.
That's cool.
So that's another kind of. So I think that if you are experiencing performance issue, for my little knowledge, but
It's
anyway, for.
specifically the packaged client. It's not even like performance is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like open world thing with big continents. And on my system, mine's I guess better than the ones that my testers have. And my system's hitting 60, no problem. They
Mm-hmm.
were saying like 40, 30. This one of them's like in Honduras. So it's a pretty good opportunity to test multiple systems. And the lag is fine too. Like we can hit input for different commands like emotes, stuff like that. Everything goes fine. we did combat in multiplayer, everything seemed fine. Is just the movement on the client side. And I was actually curious, do you use this option on the character movement component? Would you mind showing me?
I
It's
don't
the
think so.
network smoothing mode.
No, I don't think so.
If you have it
Network.
disabled, then I'm curious, like how,
I
because
have network smoothing mode exponential at the moment. Exponential
okay, you do have it
faster.
enabled. Yeah, that's the default. Right.
I think I
Yeah,
never
you haven't changed
touched.
anything there.
No, I
Yeah,
never touched it.
you're in 5, yeah.
I'm in 5 now, yes.
Yeah, cool.
I'm in 5.1.1. I did the
Oh, okay.
upgrade a few months ago, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, when
Was
there's a 5.2.2, I might try 5.2.1, something like that.
Yeah, 5.2 now is out. I don't know if I want to change. But anyway, the migration has been fairly okay. I mean, obviously there was a
Yeah.
lot of deprecated stuff that they had to change, and but all the animations, all the stuff that you really scared that it will break, it didn't break. So which is nice. All the assets, all the animation was all good and ported. I had a lot of issue in the UI actually. So the UI has new properties. So for example, has new properties and it gets new property by default, which are actually not the one that maybe you want. And so the UI was looking slightly different in the new.
Okay.
So like all the, for example, the login widget and all the widgets, all the buttons had an additional border around it because there is a new border thing in defined, and by default is on. Is on. So all my UI had like borders here and there or purple colors here and there. I don't know. But apart from that, I just cleaned it up. I mean, it's just a
That's a
relatively
good
small
topic, but can I
work.
ask you another random question? Like, do you do any master classes or templates for your UIs, or is it each one of them kind of you have to build from scratch?
Yeah, I think yeah, a mix. Like some are definitely derived from other classes and other templates, like the pop-ups and things like that. Yes, they are derived from the same class, but I would say the majority are by their own. But I have a window
Yeah.
manager, so I have a
Like for style, like for appearance and stuff, like do you just basically have to do it by hand, just make them all look the same? Because like I find like inheriting UI
No, I
classes.
mean that I mean like my buttons, I always use the same button, right? So this button
Right.
is our control, and I always do it the same way. So
So the button exists as its own UI that you just insert right as a
yes,
okay. I
or
see that. Yeah,
progress
that makes sense.
bars, or I think that
So
yeah.
that's
So
prefabbed kind of. Do you have any scaling on your UI? Can you readjust, reposition things?
yes, we can.
Oh,
Yes.
cool. Yeah, because the one thing, I mean, programming it is all good. I worked on some cool projects in my freelance time recently with some cool UI where they're doing like really great vector art in the background, like really cool stuff. But one thing I've learned a little about, and I just don't know, I'm more curious if you've done this too, where let's say, I guess you have like a border art and you have like a corner piece art, and then this way when you resize the widget, they don't really deform because they're different art pieces. Does that make sense? Is that right?
Yes, we have it on the NPC bubble speech. So the speech, when you speak in game, there is a kind of a widget that has this border
Right, I saw that.
UI thing. Yeah, we don't use it too much, I have to say. For the rest, it's pretty much full texture that are used only to a certain extent, based on like clipped for the sides of the window. But
Yeah, it's
yes,
like the
like
full art
the
that doesn't
speech.
rescale.
I think I have a speech. Yeah, this one. You see this these borders, border
I
one,
see
border
your
two.
main editor window. I don't see the.
Yeah, you are 10 second behind. I mean,
Oh, right.
there are this
Okay,
10
yeah, yeah.
second
I see
delay.
those. Yeah, the border corners. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have our win speech bubble, which is actually made of these border corners and built this way. But it's kind of a special one, just because we want this to resize smoothly, and even if it's very large, or very tall, it looks fine.
Exactly. Okay, so it does work like that. I've never really gotten a chance to see it in action.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
do they, when you extend the borders, like do they stretch a little bit? Like it's just you have like a
I can
sizing
show you
option
in
in there.
game. I don't know. I can show you
Yeah,
in game, and is
because that's I guess that's the point, right? is that you can.
Yes, actually, I want to have skinnable windows in the future, but at the moment we had it in the old game, so the old game was able
Oh
to
yeah.
have skins and mods and
Man, wow.
yeah, but that I don't have yet in Unreal, also because I didn't investigate too much on the um, how to release a mod, how people can upload mod and things like that. But basically, yeah, if I when I type something, you see that this window is tiling is tiling that thing.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it looks smooth. Like I don't see any pixelization.
No, it's tiled. This
It's
thing is a
tiled.
yeah, it's
Okay.
tiled. It's a
Oh shit.
tile that goes all
Ouch. Okay.
around. Yeah.
Makes sense. Man, I was missing that one like obvious thought. Okay, I can work
Yeah,
with
you
that.
see, you have here horizontal tiling. So when you set up this, you set it up in pieces like this, and then the horizontal thing and the vertical thing,
Nice.
they have here
Oh yeah.
tiling, how the maze should tile, and you say tile vertical. Usually it's not tile, the default. And so
Yeah.
this will basically tile vertically. You can extend it as much as you want. Now, you will
Excellent.
see a bit of repetition, but it's fine, depending on how your texture is.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, one
texture
thing that I
artist.
didn't do yet, and I really would like to do, is to allow skin. So now this is pointing
Oh,
to border
customizable?
4. Yeah, this is pointing to border 4, but in theory I would like to
Man,
have, in my
it's so old
UI.
school.
Mm,
Sorry. I like it.
no, to have in my UI like a skin thingy, and I started to do it, but then I mean, there were other more important stuff to do. But it would be nice because if people can upload, their own skins, like it was in the old game, it generates a bit of, interest and modding community, and it's always nice to see people creating stuff for your game. We had it in
Developer,
the old one,
developer.
so we had like 5 or 6
Uh,
skins created by people, and they were pretty cool actually.
oh,
Some
that's nice.
were better than the one that we shipped with. So yeah.
But yeah, developer. I have learned the coding a couple times over, but I mean, like I spent like a summer doing a whole bunch of things. I've followed some websites through and through, so I have a great understanding, and I've done it a few times, but I just don't implement it. I don't like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't appeal to me. So yeah, it's less. I don't know if it's comfort as much as it's like I haven't really needed to, and I like this way that you've shown me of making it easy to access, just like a simple function. I don't have to go through like
Yeah.
converting the whole project or something like that.
Absolutely. You should do it only when needed. And I would really suggest you to check all the tick functions. So if you do
Yeah.
tick
Oh, of
on
course, I'm aware of that one.
camera, on
Yeah.
characters, on whatever components you have, because that is what can really kill the game. Okay.
The How about Unreal Insights? Have you used that tool?
I don't do a lot of profiling, but
Okay.
yeah, we have in-game. I think I closed it. No, I didn't close. We have in-game a menu here it calls devs, which by the way is available to everyone, but where you can have stats. I don't know why it's not working at the moment. It's not working in the package game. That's why. Just realized now. Okay. When you click here, you get, the
Technical
RHI
errors.
stats, the scene stats, the game stat, the memory stats, and such. And yeah, I'm using a bit of that, but it's a lot of work, and I don't have the time. But yeah, we have that. I don't using the Insight. I'm using that one.
Okay. Yeah. I was curious because I learned about it. It just came out the past few years when I kind of tuned out of learning Unreal, and I've had less time, right? Obviously, before I was doing it as a hobby, I had the means to, and then once it's like work full time, it's harder to have that same gusto,
I think the
energy,
toughest thing that I'm
just
experiencing
come
now
back.
is lightning. Lightning is really a problem in our game at the moment. I
Are
don't know
you using
exactly
any
why,
static
but I have
lighting, or
problems
is it
with
all
like
dynamic?
back facing stuff. Like here we are inside a cave. Sometimes the back facing works as expected. Other times it doesn't. We have very dark areas that I need to fix, and
So no
everything
static
looks a
lighting.
bit too dark. I don't know, but we are using
You're in
static lighting.
UE5. Are you using Lumen yet?
No, I'm using static lighting because
Oh, just static lighting.
I don't
Well, you
want
have
to
the
go.
torch is dynamic.
I don't want. Yeah, the
Yeah.
torch is dynamic, yes. And also, if I
There's no
also this
day-night cycle.
campfire is dynamic, and if I drop the torch is dynamic as well, right? So
That's good.
Um,
Well, yeah. Are you using outside day-night cycle stuff, or is that also static?
no, the day night is dynamic.
Okay. Inside you have static lighting, I see. And
But
so
I'm really
outside you
struggling
have
on
skylight?
that. Yeah.
There's no skylight then, right?
There is a skylight and there is directional light.
Oh. You have the skylight blocked somehow? Is that
The
ambient light?
skylight is changing based on the time of the day, and the same for the directional
Oh.
light. So everything is dynamic
So
based on the time of the day.
is it much darker in the cave at night than it is at day?
Yeah, the caves.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
that's the
get
problem with
directional
skylight.
light when I don't want to,
You're probably
because
getting
they
skylight in there, or you
because they
will
are
be.
not closed from the top. Yeah, sometimes the skylight is looking weird. So I mean, I know how to fix it, right? But it's more of a going, area by area and fixing area by area. Well, I would like to have kind
Just
of a
switch
global
Lumen on.
solution.
See what. Have you tried it?
What?
Lumen?
No.
You just see what happens. Like, turn it on. It's like
Yeah.
it's not much setup to it. It's like you enable it, and maybe you turn off. I don't know if it needs a skylight or not, but it's pretty straightforward. And you can see if it looks good, and you can see if it affects performance. It probably would.
Yeah, my problem is performance. I'm trying to keep the
Try it
requirements of the
once.
game fairly low. So I want to have, people that have PC, maybe, 5, 6, 7 years old that can play. At the moment, we have people with PC that are 10 years old that are playing the game. So,
That's good. Yeah, you want to
and
keep
they
it
can use it
playable.
with like 20,
That's the
30
problem
FPS.
with most of these new Unreal Engine 5 games is they're really pushing the limits too much and like the size and the performance. It's nice to see an Unreal Engine 5 game that's holding back, because I was thinking of doing the same. But like you said, there's a couple deprecated features, so I wasn't sure if I want to jump in, like, because that's a bit of a. How long did it take you to upgrade and clean things up?
Yeah, I don't want to change the lights again. At the moment, I'm trying to make the game more engaging and more fun, and I don't want to go through another pass of lights everywhere. Also, because the world is now at the moment is fairly big, so
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would
Just
like
with the change
four
in the systems, I don't
cities,
think you would
number
need
of
to adjust everything.
dungeons, a lot of outdoor, like 60 outdoor maps, and
Oof. Are
yeah,
they like loaded in like individually maps, like are you using
work
level streaming?
composition, yeah, work composition
Ah,
and streaming,
nice,
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
And that's
is
working
all
well.
is all streamed. So if I move, the engine in the background is loading stuff in the distance. So
Do you ever see hitching when it loads a level?
no, it's working very
No?
well. No, I would say it's
Oh, that's
working well.
good.
Consider our geometry is extremely simple, extremely simple. So
Ah, okay. So there's not much to load.
our models are, I mean, some of these models are really 15 years old, right? So
Hmm.
like a character is base character is 1000 polygons, and with items maybe is 2000, right? Nowadays a base character is 30,000, right, in a normal game. So we are like 10 times less than than the new titles. So and it helps a lot because I think mainly in an MMO. I mean, if people start to drop, because it happens, if people start to drop stuff on the ground, just there is an event and they start to drop like 200 items on the ground, and they can do. There is no limit, right? And so if you start to have
What
a
are you
lot
handling
of
that?
geometry, it will just break.
How do you handle that? Do you have cleanup, like the automatically delete system?
No, we just have very simple geometry, as I said. So
Oh, okay. So it doesn't
yeah, but
matter if
anyway,
it's
yes,
broken.
items that you drop are transient for a certain amount of time and then they disappear in theory. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
It doesn't really happen actually. I think that part of the code is not always doing what it should, but
The
yeah,
cleanup.
one of the beauty of using ALS that you get mantling like this, and you can jump and grab stuff,
That's
and
nice.
that part is completely free, and so I didn't have to do pretty much anything to have that working, including smooth crouch and roll and animations like that. So yeah, I had to do a bit actually, but like adapting our characters to it. But it's pretty. At the end, the
Oh, okay.
result is very smooth, right? So when I see now a game, when I'm playing a real game and it's not mantling, I'm like, oh, my game is doing that better.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
mantling's definitely something I want to add sooner. And also climbing vertical surfaces, because you can do the increased walkable slope easy enough, but just going. Do you have any wall climbing? Is that something?
No, I have to add it as well. I don't have
Yeah, you should.
ladders. and I don't
Oh,
have
okay,
wall,
yeah.
and I don't have wall climbing, which
Right.
is a problem. But didn't get to it yet. Consider I'm doing this, the spare time, so I have a real life job and other stuff that I'm managing and doing. So it's really hard to go, but one system at a time. Like we added the achievement system. Now we have like hundreds of achievements available that you can unlock in the game that was not in the previous one. So we one piece at a time. I'm really adding a lot of stuff, so I'm pretty happy. Okay, I think I would like to go back to what I had to do today. If that's fine with you.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out. I appreciate being able to ask about the network smoothing. I don't know why. I mean, that's why I wanted to run Unreal Insights to see if maybe my network traffic is just clogged or something. But I'll check out the camera stuff. I'm gonna try some things with that
I
because
don't
it
think
is
so. Also, because if you do it,
directional.
you see now the time of the day changed.
I'll
The
check out that cave and see if it's all brighter inside.
Yeah, for sure it's black. In our caves, it's super black.
Oh, okay. You managed to block the skylight.
It's becoming dark again. Yeah, we have a problem
Curious how
at
you set up.
midnight. Exactly at midnight. Let me show the time. We have a problem at midnight. Yeah, exactly. 06. It's 6 minutes after midnight. We have a problem at midnight that the curve inside Unreal, I mean, is like getting again the full value, the one value instead of the zero value. I don't know why. I have a curve for light and it's actually correct in Unreal, but for whatever reason, whenever we're switching day, is going bright for a second and then going black again. But I don't care. I mean, just a weird effect. I will justify it with magic, and that's done. Okay.
Yeah, get
Yep.
back to work. I'll just enjoy for a bit.
Sure.
You want me to sign out here? You can preach to your.
I don't know if you want to stay on, but I have to work on stuff, so I will start to speak a lot and.
No, I'll switch to viewer mode. I'll catch you
Okay.
later, man. Thanks for the chat.
Thank you. If you have any
Yeah,
other
take care.
question, let's exchange information. It's always good to know what other people are doing, right?
Yeah, glad to help anytime. I'm back at it more regularly now, so you might even see me on YouTube again.
Nice. Thank
All
you,
right, man.
then. Have a good day.
Thank you. Take
Bye.
care. Bye bye.
Okay. And this was Immersia, which is a game I show you a bit of the. I showed you a bit of the game before. You can create different characters and different races. They have combat working. They have a character selection and a bit of character customization here. You see the attributes, the skills, and all of that. Yeah. And there is a bit of the game that they are building, which is nice. It's always nice to see other people building. I mean, going the MMO or anyway the multiplayer online kind of route. I mean, it's a very, 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 very hard thing to do. I mean, I can tell you, right? So, it's not like making any other game. It's not like making a shooting game or a puzzle game or, is so much. But anyway, some people decide to do it. Like us and like them. Why not? Why not? Okay, so okay, what I wanted to do today is to continue with our reasoning on the first quest, right? So the quest that we have in this area, which is the first, pretty much the first area that the players will see, right? So yesterday we fixed the bridge, so now the bridge goes down when the players approach, and the platform goes up when the players go there, so the players can actually go here next to the towers, and then they can start to explore the first tower and the second tower. So what I wanted to do, right, was to review the quest that we have And these pretty much are the quests, right? The quests that we have in this first area. So there is Abelia, which is telling you about some of the issue that she saw in the city and why the government is requiring more people to join and help. And she's explaining basically the current crisis, right? Then I have a bit of a problem with the next one, which is this one, because this one is really introducing, yes, crafting, but it's starting from cooking. That is probably not the most important skill. And she's pointing you to this guy. So, okay, let's do this. Let's load in game 1 second, and let's try to speak with those NPC and see how they look. And because I remember them a bit, but not 100%. Hello, Fergus. Hi. Hello. Did I miss anyone else? No. I missed Property 24. Hello, Property 24. Hi, welcome. Let me just check. What was the problem? Yes, the problem was that I didn't execute. I didn't execute the full upgrade on my machine. Strange, though, eh? But we can do it. We can do the upgrade. We have PS Unreal update schema. Why the music is so loud? We have this. It seems that we have a problem with the tea. With the tea mix. There is an item that is not the blue kosh tea. I think I didn't execute all the scripts on my machine while I did it on... Yeah, I think at these two at the end. Okay, let's execute them again just to be sure that we have it running. It is prod 2. Okay. Okay. Let's try to start the server now. And see if it crashes again or if it works as expected. There is a possibility you forgot the new names for plants. Yeah, on my machine maybe, but in production is good, because I did all the possible checks, so in the release game is good. It is starting up. These errors are not relevant, are just missing icons. Okay, it seems that it went through. Because all the quests are loaded, so it didn't give an error anymore. Okay, nice. So we should have Abelia So now we can check if she's online, and let me just close this one, or I have too many clients open. Yeah, in release is good. In release is good. Did you adapt to the new names of the new plants, or is still a bit weird? Because obviously I did a lot of change. There are like 13 or 14 plants with different names, so. But I think it was really needed. I understand maybe a bit confusing, but I changed it everywhere, including players' books. So if you created a book where you put... Oops, I forgot, I have to use the other account. If you made a book with those names, I swapped to the new names as well. So you should find everything updated in theory. Okay, so in theory Abelia is on. She will probably be falling down. Yeah, exactly. She's falling down into nothingness. She's okay. Okay, here she is. So there is Abelia, the same Abelia that we knew from the previous the air mesh is not a cloth, and so that happens. So let me see. A dark feature hidden stands watching the gate. Okay, in the description we already have a bit of an issue, because it is mentioning a gate and her face expectant. She nods slightly, and when you, as newcomer approach, and seems to be willing to teach you some things. Yeah, I don't know exactly how do you understand that from by looking at her, right? She's. But anyway. Fine. So if you speak with her, there is the option you need to click to start the quest, right? So yeah, we were going super prescriptive, right? Like here we were really telling the people that they had to click that. Just because it's the first one, right? It's the first time they click. And so here we have, this is the option you need to click to start the quest, right? Hi, is this all equipment yours? Places her broom against the table and dusts her hands off with the apron and help compose herself, been smiling at you. Why, yes. Yes, it is. And welcome to Ireland. So this we will have to change completely. I'm going to say the only people see around the year. She turns around and starts gathering the times from the table. So, yeah. Yeah, this text we need to change all, unfortunately. Information. To see how to interact with NPC, click on the help icon on the toolbar and click the start here section with the eating interact with NPC. Like all this stuff, I think, I don't know. Skipping NPC dialogue. You can speed up how quickly NPC talk by clicking on the bubbles which appear displaying the NPC dialogue. You should be careful skipping forwards, you might miss important information. Yeah. This text is appearing to the chat window. There are 10 tabs in total. You can display more by going on the option window main tabs. I don't know. Do we want to keep all this stuff? I think it... I mean, on one side is good. On the other side, I mean, it needs to be updated and... But yeah, she's basically teaching you how to use the stuff. The problem is that like now she's saying to open the menu, but when you are in speak mode, right, the menu is not there. I will have to leave and then I see my menu, right? So I don't know. What do you think? No, there are very few people around at the moment. Ah, well, shame. Nobody won. Yeah, whatever is in parentheses you will not see, okay? This is a GM check, so... I made all this morning and I had to... Why this thing still has the border? Do we still have some border thingy? Wrong? Really? Is this thing still wrong with the wrong border? It's incredible. Outline, alpha 0. Obviously, it's not that. Outline settings. Corner radius, rounding type, width 0, 1, 0. Bro. Where is this border coming from, boys? Where is this border coming from? Maybe it's background color? No, background color I deleted all. What the hell? Yeah, it is still one of the issue of the migration to Unreal Engine 5. Huh? There should be no border, but there is a border. In theory, it should be the outline, right? Normal. We are in normal state at the moment, right? We are in normal state, and tint. Maybe it's this tint. But if I do this, it disappears completely. Draw, wait, draw as rounded box, draw as an image. Here it is. I need to do draw as an image. Because rounded box as by default that thing. Okay. We fixed it. Very nice. I don't know if I like this thing at the end, but I think I like the part on the right quite a bit. I think it's intuitive enough, but this bubble, this fake bubble thingy, I don't know if I like it at the end. Also considering you may be in front of it like now, right? You can still move while speaking with the NPC. I made all this morning and I had that to go to waste. Finish it, tidying up the table full of food that comes back to you. I don't know why we have all this interaction. As a new resident or visitor of Idla, I'm pleased to present you this small welcome pack on behalf of the Octarchy. Okay. It has, well, it would have some of my cooked bread and delicacy, but you're seeing you're a cran and it won't do any good. Oh wow, it's recognizing that I'm a cran. Unbelievable. That's pretty cool, actually. So there is a race specific branch of this quest. Oh wow, that's advanced stuff. That's advanced stuff that we did in this quest. Let me see. Where did we do that? Yeah, require race no cran. Yeah, exactly. There is a different branch based on the race. Super cool. Well, shame. I made it all this morning and no. Yeah, but she's giving you all of this. It's giving you It's giving you 300 emerald popsicles, cran sweeties, Smith soup, a Smith steak, and a sack. She's giving you a lot of stuff, actually. Information. The items you were given are now in your inventory. Open this by clicking the inventory icon in the main toolbar. I see. To change the toolbar layout, right click on the blue crystal in the top corner of the game window. To see the detail of the game window, no. To use it or use a piece of potion, open inventory, clicking on the item you want to use. Yeah, I think it's anyway good information. I don't know if it's too much, but it's anyway good information. It's anyway good information. She tried to give me stuff, but I think my inventory was already full. No? Well, will not happen. Yeah, I have the cran sweeties. Look at this. I want to eat a cran sweetie. An emerald popsicle. Ah, love that. Another one. It's a pity there is no sound when you are eating stuff. Why there is no sound? I think it would be nice to have a sound, like crunch, 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 no? I think it would be cool to have a crunch, crunch. It may be a different sound based on what you eat, like if it's a soup, you're like a... I can record it and put it in the game. Food digestion. Food digestion. 700 seconds. Yeah, because if you eat too much, you get in trouble or something. If you eat too much. So yeah. Okay. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think we should keep it, but we need to change it. We need to update it because as it is now, it's not good enough. It is not good enough. So I think the first question is where we want Abelia to be. Do we want Abelia to be here? Probably yes. Huh? So it's the first person that you see, right? So she will be, so because you are coming out of this thing, right? And you see her here. Now, there were a number of items. Where are all the items that we had in the old tutorial? Did I just delete them or what? I think it's possible that I just delete them all. Ay. Let me see. In theory, they were in sector tutorial. Because we need to put all the items next to her like they were before, right? There is a tutorial sector which is 74. 74. 74, okay. Item instances. Lock sector ID. 74. There was no chance to pick any of the food from the table in the old game. I see. So, of this 74, setting item. No, I think they are still there. They are still there. Probably they are not loaded, but they are still there. It is possible that they are not loaded. So the first thing we should do, we should switch the sector of all these items to... let me see. Let me see one thing. Coordinate calculation. When we moved the data from the old game to the new game, what did we do on 74? 74 tutorial. We didn't do anything. So we didn't do any translation of coordinates from the old game to the new game, but we can do it now. I could now I will have to move pretty much all of them, but I could, you know, position. Yeah, I think we should. I think we should. The only problem of doing that is they will go a bit crazy here, but because the way we converted coordinates from the old game to the new game is basically to take the same, to take 2 points, right, in the old coordinates and 2 points in the new coordinates, and then do the translation. So I could do the same. There was a pile of items in the new game and they were removed at some point. Yeah, because yes. They were all piled up in a stack because Unreal is using centimeters and Crystal Space was using meters. And so everything was so close because they were converted to centimeters. But I think they are still having the right... So I think what I need to do is this. Okay. Now, can we use the same? Probably not. Oja Road Cave 01. Huh. The problem is that I have no idea of the coordinates in the old game, and the old game is gone. But we can look at it here. We can see. Yeah, you see it's 120, 170, so it's pretty similar. Okay, good. I think it's similar to this, so we can reuse this. I don't think it's a problem. I think we can reuse this. Now, the only thing that I need these 2 points to be... Good question, though. Good question. I need the distance from these 2 vectors to be the same. Right? No. So I want the distance between what? I want the distance between wait. I'm confusing myself. Too many windows. Okay, between this and this, right? Whatever 7 it was. And this. Because the distance is super important, otherwise we will have it all clumped up again, right? Okay, so the distance between these two is 332 meters. Wow, seems to be a lot though. 332 meters. Oh my god. Okay, fine. I mean, it's fine. 332 meters. So we need to have it can be random, right? Can be completely random coordinates. I don't think it's important where we, but just to do it like reasonably okay. Let's take for example a coordinate here, right? So 134, 960. So 100. So this is the unreal one. 134, 960, and it is centimeters. So that's the 749, right? So this is the first point. Now the second point, I think it can be anywhere in this direction, assuming that we keep the same. If it's a bit obscure to you or what I'm doing, you can ask, but I'm basically trying to port the old items. Basically trying to port now 300 meters would be really a lot. I think is probably here or so, or even more. I think 300 meters is really a lot in terms of distance, right? I think it will probably be 200 or so. 121. So the second point would be 121, 435, and minus 913, 043. So now, how do I? So I think I can enter this divided by 100, right? And I get my distance. 332 meters of distance. Well, let me just take a note. 332 meters of distance. Right? Now the only question I have is, how do I? Because if I put this, obviously it will be super long, right? I need to remove 20 because it's divided by 100, right? So I will do this, and I will do this, and I will remove 100, and then we are fine or not? No idea. Yeah, you see, this is 135 meters. So we are still really. Well, why that Oja Road Cave 1 was so big? I mean, it's 300 meters of a cave. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, we don't really care. So we go, let me slide myself forward another, so we said 135, right? So if I go 170, no, 109, 200, we should reach pretty much 330 of distance. Now it doesn't have to be identical, but, so let me try with 100 So basically 1001, and then minus 19117, right? We are at 348. Not too bad. Do we want to be exactly at the value? Yeah, maybe. Oops. Because it's okay. It's the other way around. Okay, we are at 329. $331.6. Okay, this is good enough. This is good enough. So if I use this coordinate now for point number 2, and I add 2 zeros, and then I use this one. Okay. And I add 2 zeros. Okay, so this will be like if we remapped the old map to the new map, right? If they get translated to new coordinate, would be good. I just need them to be moved exactly. So this is what I'm thinking, Fergus. I'm thinking that I get the items there, and even if they are floating around, then I move them with a GM command, right? And then I export only those items, and I re-import them in the production, and it will be done, right? Much easier than redoing everything, I think. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no, but yeah, it should be easier than redoing everything. Okay, so yeah. And you know what? I think I would like to go 332 actually. Because otherwise items may move. 75. Because otherwise I think that the relative location may move. Okay. The vertical we have no idea. The vertical. I think we just take the vertical that we have here, which is 48,826. And I think we put it fully. Yeah. 48,826. Because is the vertical still in centimeters or in meters? It seems that the vertical is in meters. So I will have to remove 2. So it will be 488, huh? Okay. Okay, so with this done, right? With this done, in theory I could copy this block into my coordinate translator, including the Z, right? I can paste values here. Boom. And then I need to copy this part. Then I need to copy this part here. Okay. And then in theory it's done. So this will be our SQL query to translate from one location to the other. Now, now here there is really a lot, and I don't think we need all of this. But just for Because, for example, there are hunting locations, you know, resources, spawn ranges, whatever. Tribes. But I think we can anyway. Tutorial NPC and items. The NPC we will have to move anyway, so I think will really make no difference. But fine. So it will be that, this, 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 and this. Okay. Okay, so all these query are now translating into the database from the old tutorial to the new area. Now the sector will stay at 74. We will have to change it, but not now. I think that we can keep 74. Now 74... there should be repopulate items. Load word items. I think at the moment I have excluded the tutorial specifically in the code. I think. By the way, hello everyone. Anyone that joined recently, hello. If you have any questions, please. We are making a game. Actually, no, we have a game. You can download our game. If you want to know what it is, you just go to planeshift.it, you click on download, and you can download it for free for Linux, Windows, and Mac. So you see that we are skipping. Yeah, the reason is that this is not valid anymore, by the way. I know what is happening. Yeah, those items in production, those items are all clumped up in... Okay, but it's fine. We can... Let me just check if in production we still have any item that is... wait. Okay. Let me see if in production we have anything in sector. Let me do a select count from item instances where lock sector ID, where lock sector ID equal to 74, right? Wow. We have 162 items. So those have not been deleted. But this means that they should show in the Draken plane then, no? They should show in the Draken plane then. Are they? Do we have floating items in the Draken plane now? Because I think those are all the tutorial ones. Too many directories as usual. So if I go Draken plane first shard, no, if I go Draken plane, not first shard. Uh-oh. What is this guy doing here? What the fuck? What's this guy doing here? Who is he? It's kind of weird. Seriously? So there is an NPC, huh? So there is probably an NPC that is not getting loaded properly. And I cannot freaking click anything. Why? Because they are inside his capsule. Because I'm clicking his capsule. Okay. This was not happening before. There is probably some NPC that cannot find the right... It's kind of annoying, huh? It's kind of annoying, huh? Where is that guy coming from? I mean, I know where he's coming from. We have a default, yeah, this one, EU guy character, right? So this guy is like the last resort in case we cannot load. They should really not be here. They should really not be here. The reason is that because we have this. There is a piece of code that is saying try to load the race, try to load, and if you cannot find anything, then use the default EU guy. Why is not? Yeah, you see. It is kind of the default. I think I should change this anyway. I think the default cannot be EU guy. I think the default should be anyway, I don't know, a stone hammer or something. Because it is kind of disrupting. Character list. But I don't think he's here though. I think he's in the EU guy. I remember a EU underscore guy. No? No. UE guy. UE guy is only here. I mean, it must be spawn manager. There's no other way, right? It must be spawn manager when he's loading the races. Must be spawn manager. He was not there in the last release, though. If I remember right, I never seen those guys in production there. Never seen them. I think is yeah, spawn actor. Cannot find race. Okay, let me see this. Now, but if he's cannot find race, I think it defaults to find character class. I see, I think I... No, I don't know where it's coming from, because actually, or we are really passing EU guy here to the find character class, or I have no idea where this is coming from, because it's not happening on my machine. I can check it. We cannot have these two guys floating around here like this. I mean, it makes no sense. But at the same time, why we don't see the tutorial items, right? Because we should, in theory, they are loaded, unless they are on a specific instance. Are they? 74 instance 0. No, they are in instance 0. So in theory, at these coordinates, right, minus 178, 121, which is basically, it should be here. It should be here. Exactly, is here. In theory, we should see that stuff, but we don't. We see that. Item 173 550732. Absolutely not, or yes, 173. No, it's not one of the tutorial items. So there is something else going on. So the tutorial items are not loaded. And we have these two guys instead. Because in terms of skipping Yeah, skipping specific skipping specific sectors. I'm skipping only this one, but I'm not skipping 74. I'm skipping 73. So 74 should be loaded. 74 should be loaded. And we said that in production, right, we have 162 items that are actually in sector 74. And they are all in sector Z, in instance 0, so they should really be visible. They should really be visible. Why they are excluded then? Good question, huh? Yeah, it's exactly the same list that I have on my machine. It's exactly the same list. Why they are not visible? Why they are not visible? 74 coordinates. Ah, because they are already moved somewhere else. Ah, wait. They are already moved somewhere else. Okay. They are probably in the tutorial area then. They are already moved. Did I do that manually or what? The item in free fall? No, they cannot. They don't have gravity. Items do not have gravity. For now, maybe in the future, but for now, no. So they stay where we put them. No, but they already been moved. They already been moved. But they are not here. Probably because they are in the wrong sector. Probably because they are in the wrong sector. But I don't think it should make. But yes, basically they are here. In theory, they are here. They are here. So they are where they should be, which is the old tutorial area. But how did it disappear? I have no idea. I think I did something and I don't recall. I don't remember what I did. But for sure I excluded them somehow. I excluded the loading somehow. I'm pretty sure. I excluded the loading. I excluded the loading somehow. No. 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 It is so weird. That is so weird that they don't show up. But anyway, they don't show. In theory, they are here. But they don't show up. I think the only way is to try it on my machine. Wait, I'm in my machine. Where am I connected now? Is this... Wait. No, wait a second. Wait a second. Because now I'm getting confused. I was on my machine, huh? I was connected on my machine. I think. Come on. I need you up and running. Come on. Brah. I didn't change the... Yeah, I didn't change the IP. I think I didn't change the IP. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, so that's why I was not connecting. Fine. Do I need a new PC? Ah, no, because I have this still open, that's why. Why my machine doesn't connect to prod? When you want to do a test and everything goes wrong. Okay, let's use the release client. For some reason my machine is not compatible with whatever. Okay, here we are production, right? Here we are production. So, okay, the two guys are there, unfortunately, which is what we didn't want to see in theory, but they are there. Now, if I teleport... you see, they are there. They are there. Okay, fantastic. Okay, this is what I wanted to... Yeah, they are here. They are still here and they are still clumped. Okay, they are still here and they are still clumped. So these are all the items that basically we want to move, right? These are all the items we want to move. The fact they are clumped this way is because the coordinate system is fucked up, right? But they are not on my machine because I was not loading items. So yeah, they are all here. They are all here. So what we want... Okay. Now the only question is why in production they are here while on my machine they are, because you see the location, right? If I go production, as I check this, is 148.050. The location is 00148, right? Ah, no, the rotation. No, this is the... Okay, yes. So here he has this... So, for example, this object, 42, 5, whatever. If I go on my machine... So I did actually a translation, I did a translation. Did I translate only some of them? That would be bad. That would be pretty bad. No. Fuck, we got Ay. We have them all in the same location, actually. I don't know how this happened, but probably I decided to just zero out their position. But, okay. But when I was looking at the data before, right? When we said, oh, this is the location, 130. Right? Yeah. What I can do, I can take... I mean, I have the backup, so I can re-import production. I can create a new database, you know, and re-import production legacy. Yeah, probably that's the only way, because otherwise we lose all the position and all the stuff. I mean, it's not a lot of stuff. I can also reposition, but I was hoping that I could just get the position from the old game. How do I want to do this? Yeah, one way will be to take any export of legacy, like, I don't know, this one, 2023-0206, and import it back into a new database, right? So if I do MySQL, and I go create database legacy, PS legacy, and I use PS legacy, and then I source this guy. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but meh. Right? Give me a second, I'm going to the bathroom meanwhile this thing is running. And then I only extracted the items that we need. 1 second. Yeah, it is still running. I don't really know though if I want these items to be, but okay, let's do it. Just that we clean up these items, and if we don't need them, we just delete them. And I think I can position them on my machine, and then we do an export with sector equal to 74, and probably that would be enough. Yeah. So what I do now, I delete, basically I can delete from production copy, so from my machine copy, all the items that are in sector 74. We re-import them again from this other database, and then we do the translation, right? And they should end up in the proper place. Yeah, I think I can do that. I don't know if I change the item instances significantly. That could be another problem, huh? Or I run a full migration, but because this data, I mean, the table item instances would be maybe slightly different between the Unreal version and the legacy version. Potentially. Potentially. Yeah, I don't know if I'm overdoing it. Like, I thought it was simpler. Actually, it's not. No, actually, the two tables are identical, which is good. At least that we are. Okay, so this is finished, right? This is finished. So if I import, if I MySQL dump, right? Let me go in a directory, whatever it is. Yeah. If I MySQL dump, right? Database PS legacy table item instances. Table item instances query. What is it? -e, yeah. MySQL dump with where close. I think it's something like -e. No, it's -where. Okay. -where. Okay, that was easier than I was thinking. -where lock in. No. Lock sector ID equal to 74. Right, and all of this we put it into PS legacy items tutorial, right? This may include also players items, right? If any player dropped anything in that. Okay, so now if I look at that file, right, in theory it should have 162 lines, but it's okay. Let me just remove the drop table because we obviously don't want to drop the table. I don't know how many items it has. I have no idea, but it should be 162, the ones that are. So now. Now what I want to do, I want to use my new one, right? So planeship prod 2. I'm going to delete from item instances where lock sector ID equal to 74. So we are deleting all the items in the database that are this is my local copy anyway, yeah, so we're not destroying. Yeah, you see 162, and now we do a source of this guy, right? So we copied them from the old. Okay, and it is exactly 162. Fantastic. So now I don't know why it's stuck, but it's stuck for some reason. Okay, it did it. So now we have the, okay, so if I refresh this view, we don't need the legacy anymore. If I refresh this view, now the coordinates should be restored exactly, you see, with the ones that we had in legacy. Okay, and it's exactly 162 items. Okay, now we can do the translation. Now we can do the translation. Now we can. So now we do this monster here. Well, actually, in theory, this should return nothing. Let me see. This should return 0 record. 5 rows? So there are 5 action locations in the tutorial. Why? That's so weird. There are 5 action locations in the tutorial. Okay, maybe the exit. You could click on the exit or something. It's a bit strange, huh? So action location where lock sector or sector name equal to tutorial. Stone Fountain, Lockett City Gate, Arch Archway, and whatever. Okay. Yeah, there are some actually. Okay, fine. I mean, okay. There were some. Now, do we need them? No, but okay. Characters for sure they will be. And characters, yeah, characters anyway. We will move them manually, boys. I will move them manually. I think there is no meaning in doing this. Let me try ant locations. 0. Natural resources. I mean, this should all be 0, right? Natural resources 0. Spawn ranges hopefully 0. 3. Yeah, because there were monsters. There were monsters in the tutorial area that you could fight. So that's why. Okay, so I'm fine updating this. I'm fine updating that. Sorry, why did it duplicated? Why we have spawn ranges twice? Why we have spawn ranges twice, boys? Uh-oh. Ay. Why we have spawn ranges 2 times? Uh-oh. But they are actually different. X1, X2, X1, Z1, Z2. Ah, because they are different coordinates. Ah, okay, okay, okay. No, it's correct. Okay, okay. No, I was scared for a second that... yeah, they are using different... Yeah, we are translating different coordinates. Okay, okay, good, good. No, I mean... If that was wrong, there was... would have been a big issue. But luckily it's not. Okay, so spawn ranges 1 is empty. Spawn range 2... There are 3 as well. Okay, fine. So these 2 we keep, huh? These 2 we keep. Race spawn 0, so I will delete it. Locations. I mean, hopefully the majority are 0, so I can just delete them. Location is 0. Path points. Hopefully 0 as well. 1. We have 1 path point. Okay, so this means that we also have 1 waypoint, 1 or more waypoints, I assume, in the tutorial area. So that is 0. Oops. That is 0. Yeah, so waypoints I think would not be 0 then. 15. Yeah. So there are points. Probably there is someone that is moving there. Okay, fine. We updated as well. And tribes 0. Okay, so we actually have spawns, instances, characters, and actual location. Oh my god. There was so much in the tutorial. I didn't realize, but there was. Yeah, because I think some NPC were moving and we had some locations for fighting. Okay, now we updated the 162 items. Okay, fine. So, what I want to do, if my translation is correct, right? Now we do repopulate item true. And in theory, those items will appear in... Now, I will have to move them anyway, so, but who cares? Yeah. So if I do... Maybe it was easier to just replace them all by hand. I don't know. Maybe. Because we will have to move them. There is anyway an item adjust, and we can give it an X and a Y and a Z, and so I think that with the item, with the area item adjust, we can move everything. Para pa para pa pararam. Para pa 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 pararam. This will take time, boys, because I need to reposition the item, reposition the NPC, update the quest. Oh my. It's going to take time, but I think it's a very good change because it's helping us, you know, on the new player introduction. It's making everything more meaningful. Everything more meaningful, boys. There is someone named 2K7, so it's because you were born in 2007? Maybe. Okay, server should be up. Or close to be up. Come on. Okay, it is up. Fantastic. Now I loaded items, huh? Loaded items. So we should see somewhere around here. Well, not around here, but around... yeah, here they are no more, right? They are no more in this area because I moved them. But around... How did I name it? First dungeon? No. Outpost? No. How the hell did I name that? Bronze door out. Like this. Okay, so in theory, somewhere here there should be our items. Now, exactly where, I have no idea, but... also, I don't know at which... Well, we can just teleport to one and see. I don't see them. I don't see them. It's true that we have a lot of buildings and... But actually, I don't see any. By... The Z may be wrong, eh? The Z may be wrong. Okay, let's go to one of them. So if I refresh item instances where sector ID equal to 74, the coordinates now should be translated to the new coordinates. As you can see. 111989 seems to be completely wrong though. What? 111989? No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's somewhere here, maybe not very close, but it's somewhere here. Oops. Now rotation may be an issue. Yes, but these are the items. Yeah. I don't know if this is better or worse. I mean, I don't know if this is better than just replacing them all. But yeah, we have the items in. Now... I don't know. It's probably easier to replace them all, boys. Now, in terms of distance from each other, I think they are correct, meaning that these items and these items, right? Yeah, I think they are correct, actually. The rotation may be wrong, but the position... I think it's fine, actually. The problem would be to now get them all and bring them to the right location, right? which may be quite annoying. Yeah. Yeah. Well, in theory, I could. Yeah. I mean, we can modify area item move, but modify area item adjust, right? So I could modify. Let me check. Modify GM commands. GM commands. Modify. Modify. Modify? Modify, no? I think it is modify. Modify. No? It's not modify, huh? Slide, we use slide. We use slide. I think we use slide. So if I do slide, the problem is that now I can do damages. Slide, slide area items 10. You see? Yeah, it's getting it on all. Slide area items 10 up 5. Boop. Everything moved up in a range of 10 meters, right? So I can move them all this way if we want, right? I can move them all this way if we want. But for example, you see they already fucked up because for some reason 10 was not enough and the campfire was not moved. No! No! Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. I don't know if it's easier to just do it. Why this guy doesn't move? Because area item can move only PS items and not interactable. That's a big mistake, huh? So I cannot move items. That's strange, though. You are too far away to interact. I'm at 5 meters. He moved it, but he didn't move it on my client. He moved it, but he didn't move it on my client. So it means that we have a mismatch. This is another bug. It's a small bug. I mean, it's kind of a bug, yes, because probably in the mass move code, I am checking that the item is a valid item, and I didn't consider the new interactable objects. And so the interactable object not moved. Interesting. Hello, Tape Drive Games. Hi. How is the project going? It's going well. We released a new version some time ago, which is 0735, and seems to be working fine up to now. I'm now working on a new area, which is the area where players will go just after creating the character, because we never had that fully done. Yeah, you see, if I relog, actually the campfire is there. Now it's not well positioned, but it's actually in the right place, and rotations here are all fucked up. Okay. Okay, so now the question is, how do we know which items go where? And I think the only way for us to know is to look at a video of the old game where those items were actually positioned. I don't think I have another solution. I don't think I have another solution. Who's this guy? No idea. Yeah, you see this part. So these items that you see here are the items that were... No, go right. It doesn't go here. Okay, anyway, we can take this screenshot. So these items are all the items that were close to Abelia. I think I need a new paint. Yep. So these items are the items that were on Abelia. These items, this guy is going straight. He's completely ignoring the first NPC. And these items were the one... Wow, this is too big. These items were the one for Niav. What is the name? Right. Now, here next to this guy... Ah, yes, they were all the weapons. So, all the weapons... let me see. Yeah, exactly, this thing. This thing was... This thing were close to... Ibar, or whatever is the name. Oops. Stretched it a bit. I think it's named like this, roughly. And these, yeah, and... Yeah, and those items... Oh my god, there's a million items down there. Don't go there, don't go anywhere. And these items was Orphea, right? This is Orphea items. And we can go by exclusion, huh? This is Orphea item. I don't know if we have the same, but probably. And down there, it restarted from the beginning. Okay. It restarted from the beginning. Ah, he went out immediately. No, we'll never see the other group of items. Never see the other group of items. You see, a new player was immediately greeted by someone in the game. Helping him. Ah, how nice. Those booba. In the face. Okay, let me pause here. This group of items is 1,000,000 items. Was there another merchant here or what it was? Yeah, there was another merchant for sure. Who was that guy? I like this title. A unique throwback to when MMO were actually RPG, right? I'm nearing demo release. Remain few minor polishing thing, audio stuff, and remaining quest. Oh, nice. Let us know when it's ready. Can we test it, tape drive? Can we test anything today or not? Is this Telzana maybe? Telzana, eh? Drums. These were musical instruments. Yeah, I see a drum down there. It's very, very small, but I see it. Yeah. This was Telzana for sure. This was Telzana. Okay, do we have any other items in the map? Because Xenak didn't have, and this one we covered. So I think we are good. I think we are good. Now the rotation will be all wrong and such, but so now we can recognize. Oops. So now we can recognize who is who, right? But wait. Oh, there was so much more around. Yeah, but all this stuff we absolutely need, because if you are practicing some crafting and stuff, all this we absolutely need. We need the anvil, we need the stuff, so we need the quench tank, we need the stock casting. I mean, all of this I think is nice. Now I don't know if it really want the player in that area to do that much, but probably a bit of it, yes. Today not testing, but soon. After all your remaining quests. I announce it on Discord. Nice. Yeah, let me know. Let me know and we can test it. Okay, this is a fairly large area, by the way. I mean, it's a bunch of stuff, really. But yeah, so we will have to move all of this way up and way. So I don't know what to do. Should I just I mean, we are not super far, because actually it's inside of this wall, right? We don't see it, but if I slide myself forward like 10 or so, we are, well, right, is there. So it's not super far. You see, I brought them like in a reasonable position. I mean, it's far but not super far, so we can actually move those items in the right spot. I think we can do groups, and then we need to decide where to put them. Okay, so let's assume for a second that we have this group of items in the tower. I think it's a bit too much to be outside, or what? Do we want the door to be closed? Good question. Good question. Good question. I mean, I don't know if you really want things to go in a sequence, but in theory, I think the question is, do we want to have Abelia here? Like and if she's here, having all the stuff, you know, all the stuff around her here. But then it means that someone can just skip speaking with her like that guy did and just go in, right? Or we have the doors that are opening only after the quest. No, I don't think so. I think it should be fairly free, you know, free to go. If he doesn't want to speak with that NPC, it's fine. You join our Discord, welcome. You can test our game if you want. Okay, I think we can have it here. Okay, we can have it here. So Abelia will be here. Now I don't know exactly if he's exactly here or where is it, but I think now if we put her outside, right, it will be a bit silly. Like there is kind of fortified area, and then she's just standing outside. Should we have her like here inside already, or like the first NPC like here? We can have her here. There is not a lot of space. That's a bit of the issue of this area, but I can reorganize it, right? I can have all her stuff on the side, and the only point is we should be sure that people see her, right? So she can be here. She can be there. She can be here. Or she can be, I don't know, I think I prefer to have her outside. I understand that maybe it's not the safest place to be, but it's probably not the safest place to be. But there is a campfire, there are some, yeah, I think it's okay. The broom maybe is a bit too much, the broom. Is there a link for testing? Yeah, the game is released, so you can go to planeshift.it and download and just download it. It's on our main website. It's the 35th release of Unreal Engine that we did. Okay, so let's try to take all that stuff and move it here. I mean, it's a bit far, but we can do it, huh? We can do it. So yeah, I think at the end I will have her here. So it's very, very evident that you have to speak with her because it's the first NPC, right? So you're coming from this direction, you see her there with all the stuff, and so the first thing, I guess, you will click and speak, right? If you go inside, I mean, fine, go inside, but I think it would be nice if she could wave, based on proximity. I think we can do it, huh? We can do it. Yeah, I think we can do it. I think we can have her wave and say something. Right? Look at that, huh? Ah, you didn't know I could, huh? But I can. I can have her speak whenever I want. Look at that. Yeah, there is a GM command to do that. Let me eat something meanwhile. I have a Kran Swedish. Very nice. You eat the Kran Swedish and you feel invigorated. Why is it in red and not in green? No idea. Okay, so let's move those items here and see what happens. And we will have then to export all those items and yeah. Now, can we say, can I take, do you think it's a good idea to take my position and then take my position and then do a minus whatever is the target position, and I don't know. And I still need to design the dungeon in this area, and at the moment it's empty, but there will be something here. There will definitely be something there. You know what I can do? I can move, because this stuff is very far away actually. Can we just move everything database so it's faster? Can I just move everything in 74? Let me see. If I move everything 130, yeah, let's do this. I think it's much faster so I don't go crazy. 131,954 minus 116,349, right, is 15,605. So if I remove this value, so if I do in my database update item instances, set location X equal to location X minus that number 15605, right, where log sector ID equal to 74, right? So this will basically move all the items way closer. And we will do the same with Y. Y is pretty much the same actually. Y is 913 913038 minus 913377. Yeah, it's very close. It's 3 meters difference. So it's not even worth moving it. And then the vertical seems to be a bit off because these items are flying a bit too high. But I think it's okay. Let me see. So here we are pretty much at the right value. 50983. But yeah, there is a bit of a distance, but it's very little. Is 51160 minus 50983. So it's only 1 meter 0.7 of difference, so it's perfect. So okay, so we already did one update, so let's restart the server, and now the items should be pretty much in the right place. Well, in the right area, not in the right place. Planeshift, do you use Unreal data tables? Yeah, for some stuff, but not for a lot. Yes, we use it, for example, for the card. Whenever we have a lot of text, I don't want to send, so much text between server and client. and so I'm using data tables if the data is fairly stable and not dynamic, right? And so for the character creation, pretty much all the text of all the character creation events is in data tables. But everything else that is dynamic, like for example quests or item descriptions or everything else, that is all in the database. It's all in SQL database, and we read it and then we send it up to the client as needed, right? Yeah. So I think it's good to use them, but you have to balance, you know, how dynamic your data is and how frequently you want to update the client with more text. I implemented a kind of a caching mechanism for the stuff that is really heavy, but I still want to be dynamic. So like we have a compendium function in the game, and he has a lot of text, but the text can change. And so at the moment I'm caching on the client side based on ID, the text, and if it gets deleted or if you change your client or if you disinstall the game, whatever, install it again, you will get the first time the whole chunk of text stored locally. I mean, it would be sent from the server, stored locally, and then the cache would be used. I think it's fairly important to use a caching mechanism, actually. Mm, 34 table, no subject text translation. Yeah, translation, I don't know if we will do it in the future, but translation has always been an issue because we have so much text that is unmaintainable in different languages. Our game is an MMO, yes. It is an MMO. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It is. Now, the first M depends on you, right? But the second M depends on me, and yes, it is. Nice chat. Usually you want to write something like what, 7 gigabytes? Yeah, the size is I think the download is 5.5 at the moment, and installed is like 16 gigabytes or something like that. Considering we are using as much as possible pretty low poly stuff. No, there is another gap. Oh my god. Okay, I will fix that gap. Where are the items now, huh? Where are the items now? I was expecting the items to be here somewhere, but I don't see them. Maybe they are inside a building. Maybe they are inside of here. No. Maybe I messed up something with the coordinates. Okay. Let's try to teleport, so refresh item instances and see what the hell I did. In theory, this number should go, okay, 92, yeah, for example. No, that's correct. Okay, let's go here, for example. I did something wrong with the coordinates? Or what? Teleport failed. Okay, the items are here. Oh fuck, they didn't move. What? Huh? They move in the other direction. No! I added instead of subtracting. No! 92. Okay, well, it's easy to fix, but I did minus 15605. Probably I should have done plus and not minus. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Yes, I should have done plus. No. Okay, it's easy. We just take this, we multiply by 2, and we do it again. No? This time with a plus. 31 to 10. 31 to 10, and we do plus this time, okay? I'm sorry, I messed up. I messed up quite a bit. Okay. I don't understand why it's updating 144 rows when we have 162. Ah, probably because some of them are 0. And so 0 plus... No, it's the same. No, we should update it anyway. Why we're updating 144 and not 162? That's strange, huh? That is very, very strange. 144. Some stuff got deleted? 144. Where did the other stuff go? Because it was transient stuff? That's possible. Well, if it's the transient stuff, we don't really care. Let me check. Basically, all the items that are the good ones are setting items, right? All the setting items are the ones that... So if I check PS Legacy item instances, if I do a check where lock sector ID equal to 64 and flags like setting item, we should find how many. I was thinking maybe GPT will help in the translation. Hey, depend how much text you have. How much text you have? We have an insane amount of text. We have nearly 500 quests, right? And 500 quests is a lot. So I don't understand why here we have 150. So we imported 150 rows, and in our database now there are 144. So what the hell happened? What? I don't understand. It's impossible. So some items got deleted because they were inside. Maybe they were inside an oven or something. They got destroyed. No, because the parent item IDs. No. I don't understand what we are missing actually. That is so weird. For example, yeah, for example, the first item, the 1.8 something is already missing. Oh no, the 1.8 is in addition. Oh wow. This 1892 is actually in addition. What the hell? 42549 793. I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but what? I mean, how is it possible that we lost items? How is it possible that we lost items? When we moved them, we gave them a new ID. Ah, yes. Is the one that I moved. Is the one that I moved, 100%. 100%. Yes, because when you moved, I understand what happened. No, I cannot. Okay. The moment I moved them, they go in this sector. Yeah. The moment I move them, they go in this sector. So we lost all the items that I moved. We lost. I mean, they are in another sector. That's why the query with 74 is not working anymore. I don't have a lot of text. It's mostly comparable with Might and Magic 6, 7, and 8 games. Out of game is heavily inspired by the Might and Magic games. Nice. Use some incremental ID. Oh, I did a MySQL dump and a source, so they are the same ID. No, I figured out why. I moved it, so all those are moved now to BD Road something. So if I move them, so that's scary, eh? That's kind of scary. Unless, yeah. Okay, but we can do it again. It's very quick. Look, it's very quick. Look at this. Delete from item instances. Where? No, fuck. Because now I have them in another sector. I cannot do it anymore. No. No. Okay. Yeah, I cannot delete them from that sector because they are in another sector. Ay. Well, I can leave them there. Yep. So those items are still far away. So those items I need to move manually. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Yeah, there is no way out. Unless I'm getting the list of the one that I moved. Yeah, I forgot that when you move them... Well, maybe in this sector we don't have anything else though. Okay, let me check. Because maybe we don't have any other item in this sector. This sector is not used. Well, unless it's the same sector of the Citadel. Could be. It should be BD Road Inner or something. I don't know. Let me check in game because now I'm confused. Yeah. I know exactly what happened. I think it's good to clean up those items anyway. But yeah, if I do pause, look, if I do pause position, I'm in B-Doors In, right? And B-Doors In is the sector where they went. B-Doors... so it's 66, right? Is 66. The problem is that I think is way more than those items. Because Bidorsin is the wall citadel. Or I split this to another sector, or... yeah, there are 200 plus items. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's not something I can manage. But they got also moved to me in terms of Guardian. No. 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 Okay, so I think we just made a mess. 793. Yeah, exactly. These ones are all missing, for example. This block 793, 796, all that stuff was missing. Yeah, but I don't have an easy way. Oh my god. I need to delete by ID. Fuck. Ay. How do we do it? How do we do it? How do we do it, boys? I need to do it by ID. So I need to get from this file all the IDs of that stuff. But it's a bit of a mess. Fuck it. It's a bit of a mess. It is. Okay, let me do this. Create database temp 1. Use temp 1. Source this stuff. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay. This table is not existing. Okay, now. Good. Now we have it all. So now we have all the IDs. So now what do? We do. Can I cross delete from another database? No. I have all the IDs. My problem is that I have to do select ID from hidden instances where lock sector ID equal to 74. So these are all the IDs that I need. These are all the IDs that I need, boys. So what do we do now? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. We do this. Why didn't work for everything? What? Why didn't work for everything? It's kind of weird. Okay, now we delete from item instances where ID. Where ID in this thing. Okay, I believe this is gonna do it. I believe. $162. Okay, nice. Okay, so now we are basically back to square one, but we know exactly what to do. Because it's true that we are back to square one, but now I can... now I can use plane sheet prod 2. I can source again this thing. Okay, fine. It didn't recreate the table, obviously. I can source again this thing. And then what I can do... I can rerun our update, but only the update... only the update for the item. So this one. Right? Only this update. Yep. And then we can rerun. We can rerun this one, but with a plus. Right? As soon as this one is finished. Okay, it's finished. I can rerun this one. Okay. And now I think I will do an export because I don't want to do this again, right? I don't want to do this again another time in case I make a mistake. So we will do a MySQL dump of planeshift prod 2 database item instances table, and then minus where it was minus where or what? It was minus where? No. But it was minus minus. No, minus minus. Minus minus where lock sector ID equal to 74. Okay. And this we put it into PS prod. How do we call it? We called it items tutorial. So we call it PS prod items tutorial. Okay. What? What do you mean? Minus minus what? Okay. Yeah, there was a minus missing. Okay, now we have the same thing. Okay, perfect. Just need to be careful about this drop table, because this drop table is a bit evil. Because it's trying to drop the table before executing the sequel. Do you use incremental ID or some random ID? We use incremental ID. So there is a +1 every time. Every time we create an object, it's +1, +1, +1, +1, +1. That's why we have items that are like at, like, you know, like you have seen, that are like 1 million or 42,549,700, you know, 42 millions, because there have been 42 million objects created in the game over the course of many years. Every time you drop an item, well, no, because no, not every time you drop an item, but every time you create an item. If you drop an item and you put it back in your inventory, it's the same ID. Okay, so now that we did this, okay, now that we did this, yes, the items will be moved, but now we have the full list though, which is nice. So with this query, if something goes bad, you know, on the items, with this query, with this series of ID, we can move those items where we want, right? So we can reset them, for example, all to tutorial after the move, so we can still manage them, right? 42 millions, yes, but in a very long time. In a very long time. I have a fight in data structure specific ID when you drop it if it's the same item. Yeah, we do the same. The ID is the same if you drop it and pick it up. But if you, for example, you put it in an oven and the oven is transforming that item into something else, then the something else has a new ID. So depends if a transformation happens. What type of game is your game, by the way? Do you have a website or something where we can see the game? YouTube, okay. YouTube tape drive games. You cannot. I mean, you can, but you can. I mean, to me, it's fine, but it will be removed. Just tell me the channel name. What is the channel name? Or post it on Discord. Yeah. Well, yeah. Privately on. I don't know. You can post it. Wardens of Chaos. I think you told me already though, because I remember the name, no? Maybe you told me already. I don't know. Okay, in theory the items should be here, but I don't see any, so... And also it is night. Ah, here it is. Ah, yes. Now we have all the items here, which is pretty good. I think these ones are the one of Niav. There is a bulletin board there. Can I have a bit more light? Holy moly. There are some items like this. What is this? Welcome letter. Welcome newcomer. On behalf of the general Idle, is on strength and will be the first to welcome you to Ireland. If you are one of the many who have been forced to leave their homes, you come to Ireland. Okay. Wow, that's a long book. I'm not gonna read it, but well, probably I should. Yeah, you see, when we're discussing about text, look at that. Cultures of the Dome. Brief introduction written by the author. These books? Where were these books? I mean, we can put them anywhere. There is also a... Ah, this one we cannot open. PT. Library announcement. I'm sure many of you are now as intelligent enough to seek broadening your knowledge. Ah, yes. It's been decided the library will remain open. After all, I see. So there was a bit of a library thingy. Ah, there are more books at the back. Yeah, the rotation is a bit wrong. I mean, the relative rotation is wrong. We will have to, but we can move them. I can just right-click move like this with a transform, so it's not a problem. I don't know if I want this book here though, because this book seems to be... As a taskmaster, let me challenge your camera to show me your skill. You're in... No. Bah. Warning. Really, I'm not joking with you here. You have to listen. There is something wrong with the sewers. By wrong, I mean, well, more just than rust and stinky place. There is something. Why does video games always start with the sewers? I don't know. Posted on Discord. I'm curious now. I am curious now. Latest video. I can post it. Okay, I will check it. I'm just answering because otherwise someone will just bash you like, why you are posting links? Someone will just say, no, don't do it. Ah, I see the style. No, I never seen it. Ah, I see the style. Yeah, with the 4 characters here at the bottom. Ah, but it's not fixed position, right? Like the old ones, like that you had a fixed position and you look left and right, you know, with the arrow key. So it is like open movement. I see. Wow, that's a lot of monsters. Why there are so many? Oh my god, it's a million monsters. There's really so many. Oh my. And all... Oh, there is more here. So you are like calling all the monsters together, right? To test if it's working well with many monsters. Yeah, you were collecting to... Oh, nice. I like this drawing. And the inventory system like that is nice as well with the slots. I like the inventory system with the slots. I mean, on one side it's a bit annoying because you need to fit the stuff, but I think it makes sense. Like the biggest, you know, if you have items that are bigger than... Yeah, there are still a million people following you. And they are shooting. Are they full 2D? They are full 2D, yeah? These monsters. They are not 3D monsters. I mean, like camera facing, right? Buying potions. Very nice. Paper 2D, yeah. Yeah, they look like 2D. But it's real time, so you cannot pause, right? You cannot pause. I mean, it's not in turns, so you really need to do it real time. Okay, I understand. Ah, but when you are in inventory, it is paused. I see. When you are in inventory, it is paused. I see. Nice. I like it. I see. Look at this guy. Oh my. Look at this wolf. It seems to be very, very angry. Very, very, very angry. Very, 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 very angry. That's nice. Good, good, good. Later we will add a tactical pose in inventory, another menu. Ah, okay. Is another welcome letter? Oh no, it's the same that I read before. Ah yes, it was there. Okay, fine. So we basically have a library thing that we need to place somewhere. And we need to place these items. So now that we have the ID, I think I have zero problem in moving these items, right? I can really move them as I want. The only question is, where are the Abelia ones? Because the one of Abelia should be... Maybe they are now inside a building. I'm stuck. Yeah, there is an invisible wall there to avoid people messing up. I don't see the Abelia stuff. Maybe it's inside a tower. Maybe. No. The only one that we needed. I mean, not the only one, but the one that we wanted to move first is not here. No. Why? Why? And by the way, where are the others? Because this is only one piece, right? But maybe it is where it is. They are hidden. So the one of look. I see. Okay. So I think we found them all. They are still a bit far. And by the way, there are some weird... Like there is a random apple here. Probably that apple was actually spawning. Yeah, I think it was. There is a rat foot here. It is probably an item that someone dropped. Okay. All this is very nice. Yeah, so what I will do, I will start to move this stuff in the right places. And now it's close enough, you know, to move it without going crazy, boys. I think we can, okay? I think we can, but unfortunately I need to go now. I think I need to go. Were you playing Might and Magic? Yeah, I played all the Might and Magic, but I think you are probably speaking with Tape Drive. Yeah, I guess you did. Might and Magic were very nice. I played them for sure at that time. I mean, back in the days. Back in the days where we were young. Okay, so I think the good news is that we have the items. We mapped all the NPC stuff, so we will rebuild this. Well, not rebuild. We will move these items into a proper location. I think we will keep probably exactly the same sequence. It's not an issue. And I just need to decide where to put the people. But I think it's fairly easy. Abelia will go here in the outside, right? And then Niav, whatever his name, I think will probably go in the largest area that we have in this tower, which is probably number 2. Or maybe number 1, which is lower. Yeah, I think number 1 is probably nicer, also because it's bigger. Let me see. Come on. You can do it. Okay, we are stuck forever. Okay. Yeah, I think that she can go. Because down here there is more space, huh? You see how much space there is? So I think it's perfect. Yeah, I think for her it's perfect. So Naive will go in number 1. Now Ibar will be nice if he was in this tower, but maybe he can be at the bottom of this tower. Because here there is a lot of space, huh? Or it can be here in number 3. Because here there is even more space. Yeah, I think that could be a good idea. That this guy is in number 3 here. And Orphea, I think Orphea is fine in any of these levels. Consider here you are entering from the top, right? So probably level number 4. Probably level number 4 seems to be... Yeah, here we have a lot of space. Can I enter, please? Yeah, here we have a lot of space, even if there are these things that I will have to change, but... yeah, there is definitely more space in this tower than the other tower. I think here any level is good. Look at how much space we have here. I think here any place is good. Maybe excluding 4, because 4 is a more of a... So I think Orphea can be in level 3 down here. And this Silaches... who the hell was Silaches? Silaches is just a guard patrolling around, so I think it could be in many places. This guy we don't care. I think Telzana can be in 1. And Xenak I think we will kill. No. Xenak will be here in the part where you see the outside, right? Here you can fly. Right? Here you can fly. So this is supposed to be a wing, but anyway. Xenak will be there. And this guy, I don't know, this guy probably will not place it anywhere. Now, we place it, you know, roaming around. I think we'll have some roaming around. Now, if we do it like this, I think we are missing a bit NPC, because this area is very big and we are basically using only 6 locations, you know. I mean, this part seems to be fine, but this part seems to be very empty. So probably when we were young, yeah. I saw a capture in the thumbnail. Anyway, I think I'm going, guys. It's nearly 8 and I need to do something before 8. But I think it was good. I think we mapped everything. We found the items. We moved them. We have now a database query which works well, that we can do whatever we want with. Maybe let me copy this here so that we are sure that we keep it. Right? And all tutorial items. And yep, I will be back tomorrow evening around 9:30 European time, and we will continue with this. Meanwhile, 001 when Luca was 16 years old. Well, actually the first version was, yeah, when I was fairly young, yeah. But meanwhile, if you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, that would be nice. Also, we have a Patreon site that is patreon.com/planeshift. where you can support the game and you can get, you know, news like I don't know, concept sketches for the new houses of Nolthrir and Diaboli race. Or, yeah, you have to click on news. Okay, you cannot do it if you're not logged in. But, example of the Nolthrir swimming on their house, explanation of the musical instruments. You know, there is stuff that you can watch here. But anyway, apart from that, you are supporting the game and the development. So why not? Why not, boys? Do we want to do a small raid? Okay, let's try a small raid. It's a long time I don't raid anyone, so let's do a small raid. Let's go say hello to someone. That is Team Vash. I think we can do Team Vash. Auroral. What is she doing? Create a static function component. She's eating. Let me see if we find someone else that has like 2 viewers or something. There is a German guy, there is us, there is this Augmotic, 7 viewers. This guy is playing Dota. He's pretending he's doing Unreal, but he's playing Dota in reality. I don't know. Let's go to this guy. I think we raided him already a few times. The guy with the fish. Let's go with the guy with the fish, okay? And we look at the fish. And if you want to go in any other places, so we do raid, blah blah blah. And that's it. See you tomorrow, boys. Bye bye. Stay for the raid. Stay for the raid. Why not? You should. You should stay for the raid. I think you can. Bye bye. Have a good evening.